they're able to buy everybody. So I was just looking up the Federal Reserve Act of 1913. If I were going to run for office again, I would draft legislation to repeal it, because ultimately that is a charge for the United States government, not a charge for private bankers.
And why is that so important? Just for my audience to kind of understand, you cited something very specific, the Federal Reserve Act of 1913. Why is it so important to repeal this, in your opinion?
Well, it needs to be repealed because the people of the United States need to have control over U.S. Currency. The currency should be printed by the United States government, not international private bankers. So the international private bankers now have control over the US dollar. You show a US dollar, and that is an instrument of debt that belongs to those private bankers. So now, if you want to exercise your complete sovereignty, then you got to have sovereignty over your dollars. But they make these international bankers, that's why you have such lopsided rewards in the system today. So that if you're friends with them, or if you're family with them, or if you say, oh, I'll do whatever you say, massa, then you can get lots of those Federal Reserve notes. But if you're like me, or if you're like a free thinking person, if you're a person that's interested in exercising your sovereignty, then, well, we got to squeeze your access to those Federal Reserve notes. Well, no, we need to squeeze their access to those Federal Reserve notes. I think they've stolen quite enough already. And so now it's time for the people to be in charge. That's why I support Ellen Brown and her call for public banking.